Integrity, honor, loyalty. These aren't just words, they're values that shape how we live and who we love. But here's a question. Do men and women mean the same thing when they say them? Hello, I am Dr. Paul Stoller, and this video is about how these words mean different things to different people. It seems like men with a mature masculine mindset often treat these virtues as fixed points, absolutes, while women, sometimes it feels more flexible, situational. Some call it adaptive integrity. Others might say, it depends. Why would that be? According to evolutionary psychology, it may come down to survival. Throughout history, women needed safety for themselves and their children. So they developed instincts to scan for stability, a partner who could protect, provide, keep the proverbial tiger out of the cave. And when that security fades, and the relationship often does too, not necessarily out of selfishness, but out of fear or instinct. Men, on the other hand, are often wired to double down when things get tough, when their partner falls ill, loses work, or struggles emotionally. Many men respond by protecting more, not less. They lean in, not away. But is that really the whole picture? Let's look at the numbers. Around 80% of divorces in the U.S. are initiated by women. That's a big number. But it's not always about money. Emotional disconnection, in part from hormonal shifts, neglect, or a lack of partnership, are often at the root. And it's worth noting, men aren't saints either. Statistically, men cheat more, especially as their income rises. So maybe loyalty isn't a gender trait. Maybe it's a character trait. But here's where it gets personal. Women cheat more during their prime mateable years, 19 to 29 years of age, where men cheat more in the 40-plus age group when they not only have more money, but their partners are going through perimenopause and may not be emotionally available. For many men, relationships can feel like high-risk investments. You give your time, your energy, your finances, and if something goes wrong, be it a hormonal shift or some other life transition, you could lose it all. It's like putting money in a bank that is not FDIC insured and has no transparency. No wonder some men are hesitant to commit. So how do we deal with this? Do we just accept that relationships are conditional, transactional, and finite? Most women do not possess mature feminine energy, as most men don't possess mature masculine energy. But the problem is, the immature feminine is loyal to her emotions, not her partner, nor her relationship. She is loyal to the external validations that make her feel alive. If she feels that this is no longer coming from her partner, she will seek it elsewhere, with little to no understanding that seeking external validation is a fool's errand. Most believe life is something that happens to us, not through us. And if you want to be happy, you have to go outside yourself and seek out this happiness. But in reality, nothing outside of self can make us happy, and pathos will always follow if we do not understand this. So what is one to do? Can we build something better? Here's what helps. Be clear about your values early on. Obviously, this requires you have mapped out a vision for your life and know yourself well enough to know what your values are. Yes, many never learn who they are, but that doesn't change the steps. Choose partners with character, not just chemistry that makes your hormones of infatuation explode. Chemistry is not love, but attraction. Chemistry is like fireworks, hot, attractive, awesome, but guaranteed to burn out. Build interdependence, not dependence. And most of all, don't let fear lead. Fear is not how things work in reality. It is the opposite of love. And while that statement should be enough, humans often like to learn the hard way. But fear of missing out is epidemic thanks to social media. It is this simple. If we treat every relationship like it's just a placeholder for some unrequited fantasy, then a placeholder it will remain until it falls apart from lack of nurturing. If we never give it a real chance to thrive, a self-fulfilling prophecy awaits. Yes, all relationships end one way or another, but you can't participate with one if you always have one foot out the door. Integrity, honor, loyalty, these values still matter. But maybe the challenge isn't how men or women define them. Maybe it's how we live them as individuals and together. If this gave you something to think about, drop a comment. Let me know what you see in your own experience. And if you think someone else needs to hear this, share it. Thanks for watching.